Why does my work lose so much value in my eyes the moment it's not perfect? If you have ever found yourself rewriting the same sentence for hours, or over-editing, or repeatedly reformatting, perfectionism block is likely to blame. Let's go over a few ways that we might find our way out of this creative rut. Tip number 1. Learn to accept your mistakes as part of the creative process. Artists and creatives can be sensitive about our work and how it might be perceived. This can cause us to get in our own heads about things like technique and precision. If you feel like you might be stuck in this loop, pause, take a deep breath, and then calmly remind yourself, shit happens. When things turn out differently than planned, that may be our opportunity to relinquish control and allow the project to be what it needs to be. In the eyes of our audience, the piece wouldn't be what it is without the mistakes that we experience, resolve, and accepted as part of the final product. I mean, just look at what Bob Ross said. And he's Bob Ross. Tip number 2. Set limits on revisions. When deadlines are not enough to motivate you, it might be time to consider setting a very clear limit on revisions. Deciding exactly how many major changes that you will allow yourself to make can ensure project efficiency. Be sure to make these decisions ahead of time so that you can stick to them through creation process. That means explicitly committing to a number of allowable revisions. Moving forward, you will only allow yourself 2 or 3 revisions. Make sure you are clear with yourself that a revision is just a small adjustment to the existing scope of the project rather than a reworking altogether. Also, consolidate all your notes. Compile any and all notes that you have about the changes you're going to make into one document. This will help to expedite the revision process and keep you on track with your project timeline. Tip number 3. Feedback from trusted peers. Sharing the early drafts of your work with trusted friends and peers is a great way to regain a grounded perspective and hopefully realize how normal imperfection is. This informal test audience of both peers and friends can provide insight on different techniques or can give you validation on components of your project that maybe you were a bit uncertain about. If we're really lucky, this alone has the potential to dissolve perfection block and allow artists to finalize their work. Tip number 4, focus on progress, not perfection. Be intentional about treating yourself fairly during the creation process. When negative thoughts pop up in your mind, do your best to balance it out by reminding yourself of something that you're happy with. Think about everything that went right, even if it's as little as the color being the right shade. All those little wins matter in the long run. Celebrate what you've done rather than what's missing. Always remember that your project is an entity of its own, and that means accepting it for how and what it wants to be, even when you had other plans. Don't forget, creativity thrives in imperfection.